Hello guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Banjo-Tooie. We are up at the boss's nest, and his name is Terry. And once we enter the nest, we will get a gate that will close us off from leaving. And he's going to ask us to give back his eggs. And Banjo has no idea what he's talking about. And he is still going to insist that we have his eggs. And Kazooie's going to tell him that he's going to become extinct soon. And then he says, but not before you two. Well, I beg to differ. Anyway, this is Terry the disgruntled pterodactyl parent. What we have to do is we have to shoot him with grenade eggs. He'll shoot these little globs of mucus at us. And he takes 30 hits. But once you go into this mode, he'll start flying around the nest, and you gotta hit him with grenade eggs. So just avoid his spit, and then once he starts flying, shoot grenade eggs at him, and that's all there is to it. Other than the fact of this, he will shoot like 3 little mucus enemies into the nest and then disappear, and you have to defeat them before he'll come back. And once you defeat all of them, you will get a honeycomb piece for it. And then he will come back, and the process will repeat until you get him down to 0 hits. So it's not that hard, and I believe normal eggs will do 1 hit of damage. Grenade eggs will do more. I'm not quite sure how much more, but you could probably see from his counter going down, it's already at 18, even though I only hit him like 3 times. It goes down by 4 every time you hit him with a grenade egg, once every time you hit him with a normal egg. I'm not sure if there's modifiers for fire eggs or ice eggs or anything like that, but I know grenade eggs are the best, so I use grenade eggs. We have more of these mucus enemies now. They're not that hard to defeat. In fact, it'd be pretty hard to actually take damage from them, but I'm sure it is possible. Anyway, he only has 6 hits left on him, so we only need to hit him twice more with grenade eggs. Yeah, he's one of the easiest bosses in the game, in my opinion. Like I said in, I think it was either the last video or 2 videos ago, he's one of the only bosses I used to take on as a child, and he keeps hitting me with his mucus. Anyway, he is back to flying again, so we are going to shoot more grenade eggs at him, and just like that, he is done. We have defeated him. So, that was pretty easy. 2.5 minutes, and he is down. And so he'll start crying, and he still thinks that we're going to take his eggs and destroy his eggs or eat them or something. And then Banjo is going to tell him that we haven't got his eggs. And he'll be like, oh, really, you haven't? Why didn't you say something earlier? Well, we did, but you weren't listening. Anyway, there is now a follow-up to this boss that'll actually get us 2 jiggies. He's going to give us a jiggy for beating him, and then there's actually going to be a jiggy for going and hatching his eggs. Yeah, so there are 4 eggs around the level. I actually showed you one of them back in the Ooga Booga cave, and there were those gray things before. Now there'll be like a bluish color that shows they're ready to hatch. I think it'll actually show it now. Or no, here's a flying pad. That's a flying pad I was talking about in the first video where you're here. He puts a flying pad there so that we can reach that egg, pretty much. There's no real other reason for that flying pad specifically other than to reach that egg, because you can't really reach it any other way. But yeah, they turn a blue and orange color, and there's 4 of them. This is the one I showed you before in the Oogle Boogle cave. There's one there, the one that they showed in the first place in the open area, and then there's also one in the Unga Bunga cave and one in the, I don't know, there's another one somewhere, but I'll find it. Anyway, down in here we have this little nest area that has just another jiggy sitting there for no reason whatsoever. The only explanation I can think for it is that it's for getting to the top of the mountain, but other than that, there's no real reason for it. Anyway, if we go back past the entrance and go inside here, we'll actually have one of the eggs right under the nest. And this is actually the same big empty inside chamber that there was when we met the Tromposaur. We're just up a lot farther. As you can see, there's the water down at the bottom. There are split pads up here, and And I believe we have to take Kazooie. I'm not quite sure where we have to go, but we have to take Kazooie somewhere, because only Kazooie can hatch the eggs. We can't do it with Banjo. And it's over there. No, I did not want to meet up with Banjo again. Yes, when you are split up, make sure you don't run into the other person. And wow, I only have 2 things of health. And of course, this is going to tell us we're going to have to fly up there, isn't it? Yeah, anyway, yeah, because we don't have a move to get up here by ourselves. So we are going to have to jump all the way down to the water and miraculously not take any damage from hitting it full force and go over to this flight pad. They taunt us there with a vine, but only Banjo can climb vines. And there we go. And there's the flight pad, and we are now going to fly all the way back to the top. Lucky I have feathers. Anyway, up here, I believe, yep, there's one of the eggs. And we now have to go hatch it using the move that we learned in the Unga Bunga cave. Basically, all you gotta do is stand on top of it and use the hatch controls. And Kazooie will do this little animation, and hey look, a baby pterodactyl. And so he will start flying to the top of the mountain, which just happens to be right above us. And he will go back to his nest. After we get all 4, we'll get a Jiggy for it. They do go back to the nest on their own for the most part. I'll explain what I mean later when we get to it. Anyway, we're going to jump down here and go after the other eggs. So I believe the first one we're going to go get is the one that's actually right outside here and is going to be, well, the split pad's closer to the flight pad, but is going to be the one that flight pad was put there for. Right there. I'm pretty sure there's no other way to get there other than using the flight pad that was given to you. There might be some way to jump off a part of the mountain and land there. Although, it'd probably kill you if you jumped with just Kazooie like you have to. Unless you had some crazy landing techniques or something. But anyway, the flight pad is back over in this area where the cages and that Rocknut tribe member were. We haven't been here in a while. There are split pads up somewhere over here. Yeah, right there. And Kazooie can't actually use the springy step shoes without Banjo, so any sort of shoe that you can use as a duo, you can use as Kazooie, but you can't use it as Banjo. So we will hopefully be able to get to those springy step shoes, and we can't. Okay, well, since I can't get back to Banjo either, I will have to go the long way around, which involves going up here. And I really wish I could have made that jump. Would have been so much more nicer. But anyway, if we just take this little ledge over here, we can get there anyway. The only thing we got to avoid is this pterodactyl. Make sure it doesn't knock us off the ledge. Anyway, with these springy step shoes, you can now get up to that flight pad. So if we come over here and we jump up, Kazooie will go a lot higher than the duo will by themselves. But anyway, we have made it to the flight pad, so we are going to use it and fly over to that egg. And I believe there's actually a swap cloud over here, which would be really nice, but I don't know. Because I'm not quite sure how Kazooie is supposed to get back to Banjo up on those split pads if you don't have a move from a later level that we haven't learned yet, obviously. But anyway, I need to get on top of this egg. There's not a whole lot of room on top of the eggs, and you don't have to be directly on top to do hatch either. You just got to be standing on it. Anyway, that is a second pterodactyl egg hatched, and he is going to fly all the way to the top, but we're only going to see a part of it. Thankfully, that'd be a really long cutscene. Like I said, I'm not quite sure how to get back to Banjo. I might just keep with Kazooie the whole time and go hatch the other eggs, because there's one up in Unga Bunga's cave, which isn't all that far away. And okay, get some health here just in case. I can't seem to think of where the fourth one is, and I know I said it earlier in the video, but anyway, there's one up inside Unga Bunga's cave that will be over here that we've already been in, and I believe I might have shown it to you, or if I haven't, we've at least been in the room because we had to go past it to go get hatch. And I just remember the other one is, it is the Oogle Boogle Cave. I can't believe I forgot that. I seem to have bad memory in these videos, but through here, ooh, we might not be able to make it up there. And we can't. That's quite unfortunate. Wow, that sucks. Alright, I'm going to cut some footage and come back here when we have the duo, so I'll see you guys in a second. Hey guys, we are back here with Banjo and Kazooie together. And if we come back up here into this room with the attack honey hive, there will be a pair of split up pads over here that we're supposed to use, but you know, I thought I could maybe make it with Kazooie, but as we saw, I was wrong. Anyway, through here in this red area of the wall, there's actually a little passageway, and in here is the third egg. So we are going to hatch that, and it is going to fly off and move away. And once again, Terry is going to remark at how cute it is, and we are going to leave as the duo because we need to go to the other cave now. And in fact, where am I going? I need to go up here. Okay. Yes, there's one egg left, and hopefully we'll be able to get it within the video. We should. I mean, it's just across the little bridge from this cave, but who knows? Because there's a little bit extra to it. But anyway, we are now going to leave the Unga Bunga's cave for the last time, I believe. I don't think we're ever going to come back. I don't think there's anything left for us to do. Anyway, if we come back out and we use the camera to find the pathway and go down to the Oogle Boogle cave, there will be the last egg waiting for us and another pair of split up pads that we can use. This is actually probably the cave I should have gone in first as Kazooie, because I could have made it, but it's actually kind of important that I didn't. Anyway, if we split up here and we take Kazooie and do not meet back up with Banjo. God, this is the second time in this video. There should somewhere around here be a shock jump pad that we can use to get up to that egg. Here it is, I believe. No, that's not to the egg, that is to the other caveman. Oh god, I think it might be over here. Yeah, here it is. Okay. And up here we have the last of the 4 eggs, and so we will hatch it. And when it hatches, oh my god, that baby bird is humongous. And that bird is way too big to fly. So we have a problem here. And Terry is going to tell us to hit it with a grenade egg, and Kazooie is going to call it Heartless. And we have to bring it back to her, but the thing is it can't fly. So we have to use Taxi Pack to bring it back to Terry. Luckily, we can use warp pads when using the Taxi Pack. That makes it a whole lot easier. But anyway, we are going to go grab it now, and we probably won't make it back to Terry's nest by the time this video runs out of time, but we'll at least start on our way there. So, Taxi Pack, that's what things look like going into the Taxi Pack in case you missed the dinosaur, and I know I didn't show Groggy, but anyway. We now have a giant baby pterodactyl in our backpack, and we are going to leave Kazooie here, because frankly I don't care about Kazooie. And we are going to leave, and we are going to head up towards the nest. And I believe the closest warp pad is actually going to be the one by the entrance to the level. And I can't believe I didn't take damage from falling there. But anyway, that warp pad is down this way. I still like to remark how the pack doesn't get any much larger when you put something that huge in it. It only gets a little bit larger. Anyway, that must have made that baby pterodactyl dizzy just swinging it around like that. But we have reached the warp pad, and we are going to warp to the top of the mountain. And as soon as we get there, I'm probably going to cut this, because there's a cutscene afterwards, and that I will lose footage of. So, when I walk up to the entrance here, this video will be declared over and done with, and I thank you guys for watching.